Alright, part 2 coming back at you. This is steering wheel holder. We left off talking about the wage gap. Really hasn't gone up. Let's talk about the older truckers. Well, the younger truckers are going to have to deal with e-logs. A lot of you older truckers won't have to deal with it much longer because you'll be retired. We'll have speed limiters shoved down our throats by the federal government. It won't be a choice whether a company wants to do it or not. Everybody's going to be on speed limiters, and I don't know what speed it will be set to. Radar system that will break the truck down. Lane assist bullshit. Forced to have it on the truck. Other safety equipment that'll be coming down the pike. We're going to have all that. Certain people will say that it's the older truckers' faults for crashing into people, and certain older ones that are probably not even in the industry anymore that slammed into people, did meth, so forth. That's another reason why drug testing is such a huge fucking deal to begin with now. Let's just say what it is, guys. With back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, even the 90s, the trailers were shorter. There wasn't much trucks on the road at all. Traffic itself, there's more cars on the road today. Let's just say what the young truckers have to deal with. Traffic. More traffic than it was back in the 60s and 70s. A crumbling infrastructure. You guys were able to ride on brand new roads that were built during the 60s and 70s, and even starting in the 50s with the highway system, the interstate system. We're driving on shitty ass roads, so are you. But, we're dealing with shippers in some cases that have not upgraded. They're still handling there's only enough room for a 40-footer or smaller trailers, and you're trying to cram a 48-foot flatbed or a 50-foot trailer through there. Do that. You got, DOT officers out like bandits. I mean, back in the 60s and 70s and even the 80s, what were DOT that fucking bad as they are now? Probably not. And then, while you're a steering wheel holder because you don't know how to unfreeze brakes, fix hoses, do electrical work, you don't know how to do nothing. You just hold the steering wheel and that's it. You ain't no mechanic, But name me another industry that does that type of shit. Do they ask airline pilots to fix their equipment? Do they? Aren't we professionals? Professional drivers? I'm not saying it's not a bad thing to know, but I'm just saying, why the hell will you put another man down because he doesn't know how to do certain things? My whole thing is this. Do they ask an airline pilot to do this? You're just a goddamn control wheel holder, motherfucker. I'm a super pilot, When my fucking wing flaps freeze, I get the fuck out of that cockpit. I get out there and I fix that motherfucker. I'm a fucking super pilot. Any type of fucking maintenance work done on that motherfucker, I get out there and do it myself. Fuck the pilot mechanic. Fuck him. I'll get out there and fix that electrical shit myself. On free shit, all that. There's control wheel holders, and then there's fucking professional pilot. Super pilots. Control wheel pilot, he'll safely descent and then land it proper on time and everything, and he won't go during hurricanes and bad weather. No, super fucking pilot, he'll go any fucking time because he don't give a fuck. You know, like this whole time about, snow and shit. And we'll shoot steering wheel holders. They'll be sitting in the goddamn rest areas and truck stops. Super trucker, he'll be out there. Real trucker be out there hauling ass up Addington's Pass. Fuck yeah. Chains and all. No, what it's all about, guys, is this. Making money. There's no real trucker. It's called making money like everybody else does. So, I don't know. You're supposed to die for somebody, some fucking freight. That's what you're supposed to do. Get yourself in a bad situation, jackknife, blow yourself up, because you're a real trucker. Real truckers take risks. I guess that's what they're meaning by real trucker. Real trucker will go out and go through a hurricane, ride out there with a tornado, fucking blizzards, 8 foot fucking deep fucking snow, ice about 3 inches thick. Real trucker get out there and do it. Steering wheel holder, he'll be sitting in the fucking nice and safe. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think that's what they're talking about. Fixing equipment and driving in unsafe conditions. It should a man and woman should know their limitations. Like Dirty Harry said, gotta know your limitations. So, if you don't feel comfortable driving through a fucking hurricane, tornado, or a fucking blizzard, then pull the fuck over. It ain't worth dying for. But I guess being a real trucker, you gotta die for it. I think that's what they're saying. Real truckers will die for the freight. The big man's freight. If you're a company guy, I guess you'll die for massa's load to get there on time. And if you work for yourself, well, I guess you just, die over a little bit of money. Why destroy your equipment and pay all this insurance money when you can have your equipment and time off when you live the fight the next day? But it's just this business mindset and thinking. But, not gonna wrap this up, but yeah, it's just funny. Alrighty.